Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and today I'm going to show my Medieval Mirage design team project for October. I mainly used her kit called Medieval Monuments, the add-on kit, not the regular kit. I wanted all the envelopes and things like that, so I got the add-on of Medieval Monuments. And then I also used my Reason for the Season digital, and that's where most like the angels and that come from. So just so you know, those are the two main kits. So I have sprayed on here some mica powder, rubbing alcohol, water, and Elmer's glue that I just mix up and make, you know, just a spray. And I sprayed it all over the bag. And this was just, what do you call this, parchment paper. So that's what I made it out of. And then I put a doily and a rose and that. And I did put matte medium over the top, so this isn't very shiny, but you can kind of see the sparkle of the mica powder on the back and the pink. It's just very light. And then on the journal itself, we have a vintage hanky and some pink fabric that I've torn into, you know, basically ribbon, but it's got the nice, really nice frayed, and it's very soft. So this is just a piece of the hanky. Obviously, I'm sure you can tell because the edges are all torn. It's just the closure, and that's really all it's for, is a closure for the journal. So if I can untie it here. Alright, and then this front part, this is an image from my Reason for the Season, and so is that rose. This is all Medieval Mirage in the background. I put a piece of the fabric on the spine, and then this is all Medieval Mirage. The Medieval Monuments add-on kit, and I have signed it. And then in here is avocado dyed paper that's all been stamped around. This is all Medieval Mirage. I love that beautiful set of roses, and that's a sheet of paper that's in with the add-on kit. And this is one of the journaling cards that's in the add-on kit, and I didn't add anything except this nativity little image right there, and then put some of the pink ribbon there. And this is also Medieval Mirage, and this is a giveaway kit that she has on her YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber of hers, you can get that. So that's that, and this is also Medieval Mirage. And then I used the hinges from the Medieval Monuments add-on kit as the hinges, the tickets. These are tickets as hinges. Alright, and then this is one of the envelopes that's in the add-on kit, and I just added a cherub that's in my Reason for the Season, a little bit of that same pink ribbon, and there's another different piece of the paper from Medieval Mirage. And then I left this so it can be written on. In this pocket is a tag, or a journaling card, and that's Medieval Mirage. I didn't add anything to that because it's just really pretty and it doesn't really need anything. And then some avocado dyed paper, it just slips in there. And then on this side we have Medieval Mirage. That's again that one that she gives away. And this was a time card that we folded the bottom up to make a pocket. And you know, I just added some lace and one of those rosettes and a little trim down there. This is Medieval Mirage. And then one of the angels from my Reason for the Season, and it says, "This Christmas tide, happiness." So I thought that was a very pretty little saying to go there. And then on the back of the time card I just stenciled it a little bit so you can write here. There's another one of the really cool tickets. And then this envelope is also in Medieval Monuments, the add-on kit, and it has this band which you can use as a belly band like on a page also, but I like to use them to hold the envelope flaps. And then inside of here is a journaling card with a little bit of that pink fabric, one of my angels, and then avocado dyed paper. And I did line the envelope with coffee dyed paper, so it's, you know, it's a little bit sturdier since it's being used kind of like a page and an envelope. And then on the back side of the envelope, this is all her beautiful design here. This is my Reason for the Season, a little bit of pink fabric and some lace. And then this is in the free kit that Joff is giving away. And this is one of my cherubs there. Just a pocket, and that's all Medieval Mirage paper there. And then this is one of the journaling cards that's in my reason for the season, and just a little pink lace there. And some avocado dyed paper and a corner tuck. This is Medieval Mirage paper. It was actually one of her corner tucks, but because she had them sized for like full-size pages, I just, you know, ripped it down a little bit more so that it would fit here. And then this is a journaling card that's in the kit of hers, and that's from my reason for the season, and then I just added the pink and just stitched it along there, and then it's got avocado dyed paper. So it just goes like that. And then there's another one of the pockets. Well, this actually is more like a journaling card in her free kit that she gives away, but I just turned it into a pocket by adding a little thumb notch there. And then this is also in the Medieval Monuments. I just love that image. I don't know. It's just really cool. And then I backed it with a little bit of the paper from the kit. So that just goes in there. And there's another ticket and another envelope, and it just doesn't need anything because it's beautiful just like it is. And another one of her journaling cards, and I added the free kit on the back and other pages. And I just used one page from that free kit just because I liked the roses on it, the pink roses. And then this is the other side of that same envelope, and it's just very pretty. Didn't need anything. And a hinge there from a ticket. And this is an avocado dyed doily and an image from my reason for the season, and one of her stamps. She has stamps in her, I think this was from the Baroque Beauties, or it may have been the Elegant Eras. I don't know, but she does quite a few stamps in different kits. So if you have any of those stamps, or you could use, you know, a regular stamp as well. Avocado dyed paper, and here's another journaling card with avocado dyed paper. And then I just took one of the larger journaling cards and tore it, put a thumb notch to make a pocket, and put one of my angels on it. So that is that one, and I will tie it all back up and put it in the bag. And then I also have another one that I did, and this one is not part of the design team project because this one does not have Medieval Mirage paper. I mean, it may have some like scraps, but it's not part of the project. So this one I have done a music paper bag and just put an angel, and this is from Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. It's her German scrap Christmas #2. It's the #2 kit, set 2. And then this is a little word, and these come from Mrs. Cogs Crafts, and let me see, it's Christmas phrases and words is where that is from. And then I just added snowflakes, die cut snowflakes, and a little piece of doily there. And then inside we have the pink fabric again torn into like a ribbon, and this one has more like a crocheted piece on it as the cover or closure. And then on this one I just put a piece of lace here. It looks like this on the back, and then this on the front. And on this one I signed it, but I didn't want to put the big the stamp that I have that says handmade by. It just, I didn't want to cover the roses, and then I had put these children here, so I just went ahead and signed it on the back. And then this angel is also from Tailor Made Journals, the same German scrap, the set 2 in her Christmas. And then this is Artymaze paper. It's from one of her Shabby Chic digitals. And then there's holly, and this is from Tim Holtz, Compliments of the Season. This is, excuse me, is from Gayle Agostinelli. It's her Christmas postcards that she put out last Christmas, and I just shrunk it down so that it would work well for these smaller journals. I kind of like the pink rose hanging out there. And that's avocado dyed paper. This is also Artymaze, the background paper here. These tickets are from Artymaze, so I would use them like hinges, kind of like the other one, using the Medieval Mirage ones. This is Artymaze, and I'll leave all the links to which kits I used, because I used a few different ones and I don't remember all the names of them. I'm not affiliated with Artymaze, I love her work. So, and this is Artymaze. and then avocado dyed paper here, and this is one of Artymaze's tickets. This is in her digi. I shrunk it down so that it would fit, and I think I did 5 by 7 on all the shrinking that I did. And this is also from one of her kits, Shabby Chic, and then this is from one of the Christmas ones. And this is from her Shabby Chic, but I mixed the two because I wanted that kind of pink Christmas look. And this Santa, I don't even know where I ended up getting this Santa. I've had this one floating around in my stash for quite a while, so I apologize for that, but I found him somewhere. It's Victorian. So this is just that is a piece of Medieval Mirage there, that same paper from the Medieval Monuments, and then I added pink trim and just put that there. And then one of the tickets from Artymaze, avocado dyed paper. This is Artymaze, shrunk down. Avocado dyed, one of the tickets, and her paper, Artymaze, and this is Artymaze as well. And the tickets, and then I added a Santa. This one's from DreamzEtc, and this rose I had, and this is Artymaze back here as well. And then on the tag I have Graphics Fairy, the roses. This is Tailor-Made Journals, the German scrap. This is from DreamzEtc. So I just, like always, end up mixing all kinds of different kits together to make these journals. So that one goes in there, maybe, if I can get it. And this is an avocado dyed envelope that I got from Denise at one of our crafts. I just cut it down, sealed it, cut it down to make a pocket, and you can see it a little bit better here. And then that's from Artymaze. I just added season greetings from DreamzEtc. This, I'm not sure where I got this. And then there's just Christmas there. I have a lot of things in my Christmas stash because I've done Christmas projects for years and years and years. So that's Artymaze. This is also Artymaze. And then on the, you saw the back already. So that's that. And I'll have both of those in my shop. So let's see. I forgot to turn on my timer. I was going to do that and I forgot. But we'll start now and make some tags. And all I did was, so these could be like pockets, and these are only one sheet thickness that I'm using because I'll probably end up backing them. I've used kids books, so I don't have to worry about bad words. And this is the Bobbsey twins, you can see right there. And then I also did just some rounded kind of tags and punched a hole, and a little bit bigger ones, and then the same thing, a little bit larger tags and smaller tags. So we're going to use those, and probably won't get to all of them, but they're there. And then I have this giant bag of scraps from Robin. So thank you so much, Robin, for that, because that's awesome. And then I had a little sheet of paper that I was going to use to, that I had written ideas down on. What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. That was good. Wrote them down this morning, brought it up here, ready to use, and then now I can't find it. Okay, well I guess we'll just wing it. Alright, so basically I'm just going to take pieces of fabric and put them in different ways on these, and I wish I could find that. So I'm going to start with just one, make sure I've just got one. And I'll back them, or I could put them on, you know, like colored paper or something like that. So I thought those might be kind of fun to use. So I'm going to start on this one with some strips. Since this one's already started with a strip, we'll just keep on going with that. So I hope you guys are all having an awesome day, and thanks for coming to hang out with me. And these are going to be pretty simple little tags and things, so yeah, nothing real intense or major here. And I'm basically just going to tack them down with glue, and then I will stitch them once we get, you know, a good amount of them done. And if it hangs over, I probably am going to trim it a little, because I basically want them the size of the tag. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Just all here this morning. I'm gonna go vote later this afternoon. Since they've got early voting, that'll be nice to not have to go on the 3rd and stand in line forever. So I'm just going to get my idea of what size I want here. And I hope everybody's planning on voting. Vote for who you want for president. It's very important to do. Okay, I'm going to go that direction. Try to get it roughly the same size, and it doesn't matter if it's the same size or not the same size. It makes no difference. I just thought these would be fun to, you know, put them in pockets, or if you wanted, you could make them into like to from tags for packages. It's a good way to use up random scraps. I was going to use these by Mrs. Cogs, and then I just typed out some words too. But I think with this one I'm definitely going to use Mrs. Cogs here. I don't know which one I want. Good tidings, how about that? So yeah, I don't have a whole lot going on, although my daughter did tell me that they got the go-ahead to bring the whole band together at the college, so that is awesome. Or university, sorry. But yeah, they'll have a lot more fun that way, and a lot more sound, obviously. So she's excited about that. They don't know if they're going to get to play at any of the football games yet, but hopefully they will get to, because that's kind of the whole fun of it, that and competitions. But so I know that's not sorry, very much, but that's kind of what I want, is just to keep these very simple. And then, like I said, you could back it with a colored piece of paper, like if you wanted green or whatever back behind it, or you could just put something on the back that you can write on. So what I'm going to do is stitch them on these single layers of book page so that you can back it with something and then still be able to write on it instead of having all the stitching going through there. So I'll probably just go across there a couple times with the stitch and a couple times there, and I'll show them too once they're done. Okay, so let's do another one. Use some different fabric. And you could put as much or as little on these as you want, you know. I just was sent all these great fabrics and thought that's perfect to do this type of thing. I just wish I would have not put my stuff where I couldn't find it, my little notes. But it's okay. So just something like that, and then a bit of this work. It's got a little gold dot, and this one has gold swirls, so that's kind of fun. I can tear it. And this is another one of those projects you're going to end up just covered in strings, because that's what usually happens to me. Oh my goodness, this must be the finished edge, huh? Because it's not gonna, I want one that's more frayed, so I'm gonna do this again. I'll use that piece for something along the way. It's better. Get this one out of here before it's just totally covered. I'm just gonna kind of do this, but I'm gonna overlap these. And then, of course, I probably will ink around a lot of that. Now, let's see. This one might be Probably kind of need another green. Is there another green with some more? This one's just got like glitter in it, but that works. I could go with the gold too, but I think I'll do this. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's like Theron's band season is going to end and Aiden's is just going to start. Because he's just about done. Not that they've gotten to do a whole lot this year anyway, but... do Joy and Hope. So yeah, I will stitch around all these different little boxes. And I know that, you know, they're overlapping, but I'm not really worried about that. Wow, I did a real poor job of that. So this is not real difficult or anything, but I know sometimes, and I'm definitely guilty of it too, that sometimes I try to do these projects and make them just way more complicated than they have to be. And sometimes you just need something simple, you know. Kind of thinking I come down here a little bit more to cover up that blank spot, and then I don't love this either, so I may do something there. This time I'm going to use a little bit of art glitter glue. I know I'm going to stitch around it, but just to make sure that stays glued to the fabric. And you could add other things to these too. You don't have to just, you know, stick with the way I'm doing it. Okay, and that'll get stitched, although I do kind of want something here. Do you know what? I just feel like it needs something else. Okay, just do a little bit of music. Use this piece. Hey, son. And I know that's kind of random to have, just have that music there, but I think it just will give it a little something. Okay, especially once it's all stitched. That'll look great. Alright, and so let's do maybe one of these rounded ones. Thinking I love that kind of holly in that. Here it's stitched to that other one, but we're going to just unstitch it, right? And I'll leave the link to Mrs. Cogs as well. She's got all kinds of, you know, word and sayings and all that kind of thing in her shop. Actually gonna leave a little bit of an edge, I think, on there. And if your fabric's wrinkled, gluing it down with a glue stick is a great way to unwrinkle it. It's called cheating, right? But yeah, you could make up a bunch of these for gift tags. They would be great. Okay, just like it to look kind of finished there. And then we could add this little Christmas tree. That would be super cute. Stitched around. And then we could do a word. I could do, what I had. Oh, there it is. Like I know I saw a Christmas tree somewhere. I was actually looking on Pinterest at like quilted tags and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that great at sewing, so I don't know if I want it like just in the middle sort of. But yeah, it just sort of, I did find a few other things with just fabric on tags, and it just was fun, so I was like, oh, that would be a fun something to do. I'm just adding these other bits of paper just as like an extra to the book page. And you could use whatever book page you like. I just knew that this was a safe bet because I don't have to worry about bad language with those books, which is nice. Or just topics that are, you know, you don't want on your Christmas tags, right? Okay, there's that one. Stitch around, and then I'll pause and stitch around all these so that you can see what they look like. Got these candy canes, those would be fun. And so this one I thought I would do as a pocket because the orientation of the writing. Toy soldiers. It's cute. Let's see what else. That one would go good with it. Oh, there's these candy canes too. I think I like these two better together. So let's do this way, since this is kind of the way these are oriented. Oh my goodness, come on. Sometimes I just don't want to. Let's do Merry Days. That might be a little better than the Bobbsey twins. I'm going to actually come, do I want it? I don't know, let me see here. So I don't know if I said, this is from, this fabric's from Robin, so thank you, Robin. Very fun to play with. I think I'm going to do that side since there's no words there. So I'm really just randomly doing this. It's very random. And you could add buttons, you could add lace, you could add other images, whatever, you know, whatever you like. I was just really trying to keep it kind of simple. Okay. Let's see, do I want to add another little something? If I can find something that I really like, I might. These little snowmen are fun. I do like the, kind of the toys are fun. Snowman. Some of the colors are just not quite right together because that's more of that bright red and green. So let's see what else we got here. That might go. You can tell this is definitely a quilter's stash. Snowman would be great, but those colors just aren't quite right. Oh, these are cute. Yeah, that was some real poor cutting there. I'm going to cut around this circle as best I can, which will probably be a disaster, but I'll try to fray it out a little bit too, so hopefully it won't be super obvious that I stink at cutting a circle for sure. Seems like such an easy thing, but it really isn't. If we fray it a little bit. Helicopter flying over. Don't hear that often. Get lots of little planes, those little, because there's a like private airport kind of thing not very far from us, so it's usually just those little tiny ones. That sounded like a military one though. We do have an air base close to us, sort of. Not really close, but close enough for them to fly, obviously. I just realized I'm going to cover up the one candy cane that's going the right direction. Oh well. That's the way of it. Okay. And then we need a word or something. I don't know. It is Christmas in the heart that puts Christmas in the air. That's cute. Okay, I need those other scissors because I don't want to use my fabric scissors to cut paper. And I just dropped that whole bag of fabric on the floor. I'm going to be moving my craft room into a different room after Christmas. And my husband's like, are you sure you don't want to move it before then? You know, because it's just been such a mess. It's like, I just can't. I have journals I gotta get done. Even though I would like to do that. Have more room. But I'm just going to have to wait. And I'll be stitching around these too, like I was saying, so. Sort of definitely lost the candy canes in this, didn't I? Okay, so we'll stitch that one, and it will look better. If I could get a hold of these. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I want to do one more pocket, because I have an idea. I don't know how well it will happen, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I want triangles. Easier said than done, right? Yep. Oh my goodness. The other side's not too bad, so maybe what we'll do is we'll cover this the weird side. You know, trees aren't perfect. I'm going to try to do this one a little bit bigger if I can. I wonder if I could get it. It's going to be way too big. Probably help if you had like drew out a template first and used a ruler. You would probably have a lot more luck than I'm having. This way. I'm going to cut that down. I just want... Oopsie. I do like them frayed. I know it's weird because they look good straight, but... Still too tall. Cat's screaming at my son because he's in the kitchen. She acts like she doesn't get fed. She's always got food down there, but I've started feeding her tuna fish. And so she thinks she needs it 24/7, right? My own fault. But she's such a beanpole, trying to get a little meat on her. Crazy little thing. Oh, this says Christmas. This is cool. See, like you could take that and use it. So I love those edges. Cut that way wrong. Tall, skinny tree. Oh, I stink at this. I should not have tried to do triangles freehand. So yeah, make yourself a template and do a better job than I did. That would be advisable. I'm going to actually scoot these down to cover that side more. Okay. So this one can go first. You didn't feed her tuna?
I'm gonna feed her tuna.
That's what she wanted.
She wasn't even down there.
Yeah, she was. I heard her screaming at you.
Well, I wasn't listening.
Obviously. I don't know if you heard that, but he just said to the cat, I was going to sit there. Because she just plunks herself down wherever. She didn't care if you were going to sit there.
She should.
Okay. Oh, that will not slide at all on there. Sorry, my stomach's growling. Okay, so that'll get stitched, and I'll ink and do all that too, so that's a pocket. So you don't have to do like super hard stuff to, you know, make tags and pockets. You can do some simple things too. Let's try one of these little bit smaller ones. I'm going to use some snowflakes. And you can tell these go fast, like this is fast. Especially if you just slap them down. And I know it's hard if you don't have a whole lot of fabric. This is like the most Christmas fabric I've ever had. Because I just don't sew, so it's just not something that I have around. So I totally get it, but I wanted to use it. But you could also do a lot of this with scrapbook paper, you know, like your scraps. Just use it up. I did not do the best on that with the pics. Oh my goodness, my fingers stick to it, but just trim it to fit better. And I know I lose a lot of that frayed part, but it's okay. Okay. Those are tiny. Let's see if there were any other like snowmen. The ones that are here. Well, I guess they'd probably work. We could try it. Cut one out. They call that fabric piecing when you just use parts or, you know, cut stuff out. I don't know. This is way different than paper. You can definitely fast forward right now, and that would probably be advisable. Did you put sports or something on down there, Theron?
No.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
It's a Trump rally.
Oh, it's a rally. was like, it doesn't sound like, because I was watching the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett, the whatever they've been doing. I can't think what it's called for some reason. Yes, confirmation hearings. Thank you. My son knows. But anyway, I was watching those and I left the TV on. But I'm like, it sounds like a sporting event or something, not a confirmation hearing. Whoa, got all carried away there. Okay. Well, that's super cute. He's so happy. Left this side well. Just want a little bit, but I want more frame. There we go. And just kind of do this kind of thing. Have it just sort of come in there. A little more of a point on it, I think. I'll do something like that. Oh, I didn't glue him down yet, huh? Okay. Do you have any good words? I needed like let it snow or something, and I didn't type that out either. I have Jack Frost, but that doesn't really fit. Maybe we'll do merry and bright. I know that's usually more for the lights, but we'll just pretend. And I'm just tearing them out. I'm not doing a very good job, but I knew I had a piece of fabric hanging on my arm. Thought I was losing my marbles. I like it. Very cute. Let's use this. Make sure it stays. I love that snowman. I almost wasn't going to use one of those. Look how cute he is. It's adorable. Okay, that's that one. Okay, let's see, what do we got? What time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna stitch these and then I'll come back and we'll see how much time we have. Okay, I will be right back if I can find my mouse that's buried under all this fabric. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I stitched around all of them. I just very roughly, because I am not that great at stitching around those type of things. And then I just did the Christmas trees and just did a stitch across there. Then there's this little guy. I did go around, but you can see it's not perfect, but that's really not the point anyway. These are pretty rustic looking, so, and did some stitching there. And then this one with around the boxes, and I went all the way around this box. This one I just did some different stitches there and there, and then some across there, because if you wanted to do it and have it all the way around each box, you would want to put one of them on, stitch it down, put the next one on, stitch it down, that kind of thing, because obviously, oh, and this one, stitching around the words. You can't do it once there's other things in the way. And this, I just put some stitching across there. So we'll finish off a couple of these. I think I got some paper for this one. It's got some crazy little things. And I'm just going to put glue all over the back. I'm going to use tacky glue. Sorry, I just thought about with all that stitching that glue stick might not stick as well as I might want. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way, because I know this will stick. Get around my hole so that I don't have a weird gap. And you know, so you can make these as fancy as you want. You could do like Christmas paper behind on the back, or you could go as simple as you want and just back them, kind of like we always do, you know, with you know, plain paper to write on, that type of thing. Because this is obviously darker, but you could still write on this red. I mean, it's definitely, oh, except there's that little thing. So I may end up putting a different piece there, because I didn't realize I had that on there. Get this glue off of here. And then I'll go ahead and punch my hole. Wrong one. Here's the other one. That's right here next to me. That's a little itty bitty bitty one. Okay, and then I'll do a little inking, because I never did that around my book page, but that book page was a little patinaed anyway. So, right, and then whatever twine or whatever you want, and then one of the pockets. I was going to do this one, I think. Yeah. That one can go in there like that. And I did just barely cut it bigger, because this pocket is already 5 inches, and I don't want it a whole lot bigger than that, because I generally make my journals, the pages are 5.5 wide. So you don't want it sticking down in the binding and messing up the way your pages open and close and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind when you're making your pockets. Figure out what size you want first, and I did do 5 inches on this. And you could not back it, you know, just back it with like another book page to make it stronger, but keep it the same size. Don't put the red behind it, and that would also work well. This book page marks up really easy. Okay, so that just gives you a good idea of how you could turn those into pockets and things. I'm going to go ahead and punch this, if it'll do it. Sometimes it won't if the glue's wet. And this is going to be tricky because there's that little bit of fabric. I think that looks about even. Yeah, see, it just doesn't want to do it because the glue is still wet under there. Definitely won't ever buy one of those again. Haven't even had it a year. Okay, so there you can see a little pocket and a little tag. And then I got this one, which you could, like I said, back with just plain paper, like we do a lot with book page tags, or you can do the colored, different colors on stuff. Alright, so I'm going to put those journals in my shop if you're interested, and I hope you enjoy making up some of these if you've got some Christmas scraps and things. And we will chat again soon. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much to all of you. Bye-bye now.